Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. Anxiety is the dizziness of freedom. Purity of heart is to will one thing. The function of prayer is not to influence God, but rather to change the nature of the one who prays. To dare is to lose one's footing momentarily. To not dare is to lose oneself. The highest and most beautiful things in life are not to be heard about, nor read about, nor seen, but if one will, are to be lived. Once you label me, you negate me. Truth is a subjective uncertainty. The most common form of despair is not being who you are. Love is all, it gives all, and it takes all. Faith is the highest passion in a human being. There are two ways to be fooled. One is to believe what isn't true. The other is to refuse to believe what is true. It is the duty of the human understanding to understand that there are things which it cannot understand. Take away paradox from the thinker and you have a professor. Prayer does not change God, but it changes him who prays. The function of criticism is the re-education of man. People demand freedom of speech as a compensation for the freedom of thought which they seldom use. The self-assured believer is a greater sinner in the eyes of God than the troubled disbeliever. Face the facts of being what you are, for that is what changes what you are. Patience is necessary, and one cannot reap immediately where one has sown. The greatest hazard of all, losing oneself, can occur very quietly in the world, as if it were nothing at all. To cheat oneself out of love is the most terrible deception. It is an eternal loss for which there is no reparation, either in time or in eternity. What I really need is to get clear about what I must do, not what I must know. The most painful state of being is remembering the future, particularly the one you'll never have.